Fit and Fine at your places. I'm Priyanka Bish from Ardent Progressive School. So today in this session, I'll be explaining about the calculation of interest on drawings. As in the previous class also, I have discussed about the calculation of interest on drawings, but it was in the situation when unequal amount of drawings were withdrawn in unequal interval of time. So we have already discussed about two methods for calculating interest on drawings when the unequal amount of drawings are withdrawn by the partners in unequal interval of time. So there was two methods which we discussed. First was simple method and second was product method. This was first case. So here when unequal amount of drawings are withdrawn, such as if a partner has withdrawn 20,000 in the first month, then 40,000 in the third month, partner has withdrawn 20,000 amount in the month of April, then in the month of June he has withdrawn the amount of 40,000, after that on September 30,000, etc. So this is the case where unequal amount are withdrawn in unequal interval of time. So in this case, interest on drawings will be calculated by these two methods, either by simple method or by product method. So today we will learn how to calculate interest on drawings in the situation where equal amount of drawings are withdrawn in equal interval of time. This is case B. So here is the another case where equal amount of drawings are withdrawn by the partners in equal interval of time. For example, on 1st April, the amount has been withdrawn by the partner rupees 10,000. Then on 1st May, again he is withdrawing the same amount 10,000. And on 1st June, again he is withdrawing the same amount, that is 10,000. So here the partner is withdrawing same amount of drawing in same interval of time. In the beginning of every month, the partner is withdrawing the same amount of drawing. So this is the case where we have to calculate interest on drawings on monthly basis. There can be also a situation where partner withdraws the amount at the end of every month. For example, on 30th April, he is withdrawing amount rupees 20,000. Then on 31st May, again he is withdrawing the same amount 20,000. Then on 30th June, again 20,000 has been withdrawn by the partner. So this is also example of this case where partner is withdrawing same amount of drawings at the end of every month. So here we will learn how we will calculate interest on drawings when equal amount of drawings are withdrawn by the partner in equal interval of time. So there may be some 8 or 9 cases where we have to calculate the interest on drawings on monthly basis. We'll discuss about those cases and also we'll solve some numerical question based on such cases. So the formula to calculate the interest on drawings in every case will be interest on drawings is equal to amount of drawings multiplied by rate upon 100 multiplied by average period. So here, to calculate the interest on drawing, this formula will be applied in all the cases. Only the difference will be to calculate average period in each case. Now, average period will be used only if first amount of drawings is equal, and second case will be time gap between the drawings is equal. So average period will be used only when all the amount of drawing is equal and when the time gap between the drawings is equal. Only in these cases average period will be used. So in every case which we will be discussing, in every case average period will be calculated. Now average period, we will find out how to calculate average period in each case. Now, here is the first case. The first case is when equal amount of drawings are made in the beginning of every month. So, in such case, interest on drawings will be calculated. Interest on drawings is calculated by the formula amount of drawings multiplied by rate divided by 100 multiplied by average period. So as I have already discussed that this formula will be common in every case. Only the difference will be to calculate average period for a particular case. Now, in this case, when the partner is withdrawing equal amount of drawings in the beginning of every month. So here, to calculate average period, we will first see time left after first drawing. Then we will add time left after last drawings divided by 2. So this is how we will calculate average period. Now, as we know, the partner is withdrawing the amount of drawings at the beginning of the month. For example, if a partner has withdrawn amount rupees 10,000 on 1st April. So what will be the time left after first drawing? See, the partner is withdrawing the amount of drawing on 1st April. Now from 1st April to 31st March, the number of month is 12. So here time left after first drawing will be 12 months. Then second is time left after last drawing. The last drawing which the partner will be withdrawing on 1st March. So last drawing he will be withdrawing on 1st March. Now what is the time left after the last drawing? So time remaining is only one month, that is 1st March to 31st March. So here we will write the remaining time is 1 month. divided by 2. So if we calculate this, we will get 13 upon 2, and 13 upon 2 can be written as 6 1 by 2 months. So average period in first case will be calculated for 6 1 by 2 months. Now here is the second case where equal amount of drawings are made at the end of every month. Now again here equal amount of drawing is withdrawn by the partner, but at the end of every month. So we know to calculate interest on drawing, the same formula will be applied. Amount of drawings multiplied by rate divided by 100 into average period. Only the difference will be, we will calculate average period here. Now in this case, average period will be calculated by adding time left after first drawing with time left after last drawings divided by 2. Now, as we know, partner is withdrawing the amount of drawings at the end of the month. So let's suppose the first drawing which the partner will be withdrawing at the end of first month, which is 30th April, and he is withdrawing 20,000. Now, so time left after first drawing will be, we will calculate the time period from 1st May to 31st March. Why? Because he is withdrawing the amount at the end of first month. So first month will not be included. The rest of the month will be included. So the remaining month will be 11 months from 1st May to 31st March. Time is 11 months. Now, time left after last drawing. So the partner will be withdrawing the amount, same equal amount of drawings at the end of last month. So here the last drawing partner will be withdrawing on 31st March. So as he is withdrawing the drawings at the end of March, so no period is left now. Interest on this amount will be paid in the next year. So here time left after the last drawing will be 0, as last drawing is withdrawn at the end of the last month of the year. So no time is left after the last drawing. So here 11 plus 0 divided by 2 will be 11 divided by 2, which can be written as 5 1 by 2 months. So this is the average period which we will consider in the second case, where equal amount is withdrawn at the end of every month. Now the third case is when equal amount of drawings are made in the middle of every month. So in this case also the common formula will be applied, which is interest on drawing is equal to amount of drawings multiplied by rate divided by 100 into average period. So here we will learn how to calculate average period in this case. So average period can be calculated as time left after first drawing plus time left after last drawings divided by 2. So here, as we know, partner is withdrawing the amount of drawing in the middle of every month. For suppose in the first month, partner is withdrawing 10,000. So in the middle of first month, which is 15th April, partner is withdrawing the amount 10,000. Now how many months are left after 15th of April? So 15 days will be left of April, and then from 1st May to 31st March, duration is 11 months. So 11 months will be the remaining months after April, but half of the April will also be included. So half month will also be added in the remaining time. So here 11 plus 0.5 will be 11.5. That means the time left after first drawing will be 11.5. Then we will calculate the time left after last drawing. So last drawing of the partner will be on 15th March. This is the end of the year. So in the middle of the end of the year, which is 15th March, partner again has withdrawn the amount 10,000 as drawings. Now from 15th March to 31st March, the remaining time is half month. So here the time left after last drawing will be half month, which is 0.5. So 11.5 plus 0.5 is 12 months divided by 2. So 6 months will be the average period for calculating the interest on drawing in the case when the drawings are made in the middle of every month. So in this case, average period will be calculated for 6 months. So we have discussed all the 3 cases, and we have also learned how to calculate the average period in each case. So as we know, in the first case, where equal amount of drawings was withdrawn by the partner in the beginning of every month, average period in the first case was 6 1 by 2, which is 13 by 2 months. Average period in second case was when the equal amount of drawings were withdrawn by the partner at the end of every month. So average period was calculated for 11 by 2 months. And in the third case, where equal amount of drawings were withdrawn by the partner in the middle of every month. So in the third case, average period was calculated for 6 months. So this should be kept in mind while calculating the average period in the all 3 cases. Now we will be solving one numerical question based on all these 3 cases, where average period should be kept in mind in all the particular case. Now here is the question. Question is, A, B and C are partners in a firm. You are informed that in first case, A draws rupees 10,000 from the firm in the beginning of every month. Second is, B draws rupees 10,000 from the firm at the end of every month. And last is, C draws rupees 10,000 from the firm in the middle of every month. So interest on drawings is to be charged at the rate 8% per annum. You have to calculate interest on partner's drawing. As according to the question, every case is mentioned in the question, and we have already discussed that in every case one common formula will be applied, and that common formula is interest on drawings is equal to amount of drawings multiplied by rate divided by 100 multiplied by average period. So only average period will be different in every case, and rest the formula will be common in each case. So according to the question, first case is A is withdrawing 10,000 from the firm in the beginning of every month. So in first case, as we know, A is withdrawing 10,000 from the firm in the beginning of every month. Every month he is withdrawing 10,000. So here we will be calculating the interest on drawings on annual basis. So the amount of drawings he is withdrawing in the whole year will be 10,000 multiplied by 12, which is 1,20,000. So this is the amount of drawing which the partner is withdrawing in the whole year. Rate of drawing is 8% per annum. So 8 divided by 100 into. As this is the case where equal amount of drawing is being withdrawn at the beginning of every month. In the beginning of every month. So here we know when the drawings are withdrawn in the beginning of every month, average period is calculated for 13 divided by 2 months. So if we divide 13 by 2, we get 6.5 months. 6.5 will be divided by 12 as interest on drawing is calculated on annual basis. So here by solving this, we will get the amount 5,200. So 5,200 is the interest on drawings which will be paid by partner A. Now coming to the second case. Second case is B is again withdrawing the same amount, which is 10,000 from the firm at the end of every month. So we will calculate interest on drawing with a common formula, as B is withdrawing 10,000 at the end of every month. So annually he will be withdrawing 10,000 multiplied by 12, which is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 is the total amount of drawings withdrawn by B in the whole year. Rate of drawings is 8% per annum. And average period in second case was 11 divided by 2. 11 by 2 months. So here months will be 5.5 months divided by 12, as interest on drawing is calculated on annual basis. So if we divide 11 by 2, we will get 5.5 months and it will be divided by 12. So the amount we will get by calculating this amount will be 4,400. So 4,400 is the amount of interest on drawings which will be paid by B. So A is paying 5,200 as interest on drawings and B is paying 4,400 as interest on drawings. Now in the third case, C is withdrawing same amount, which is 10,000 from the firm in the middle of every month. So as C is withdrawing 10,000 in the middle of every month, so the total amount of drawings withdrawn by C will be 10,000 into 12, which is 1,20,000. Rate of interest on drawing is 8%. 8 divided by 100 multiplied by average period in the case where the drawings is withdrawn by the partner in the middle of every month is 6 months. So 6 will be divided by 12. Now by calculating this, we will get the amount 4,800. So 4,800 is the amount of interest on drawings paid by C. So this is how question based on all the three cases is solved. So in this session, we have learned how to calculate interest on drawings in three cases. When the partner is withdrawing the equal amount of drawing in the beginning of every month, in the middle of every month and at the end of every month. And we have also solved one numerical question based on each cases. In In the next session, we'll be continuing with some other cases. That's all for today. Thank you.